This is Catherine Isabel, and you're listening to the Knife Party podcast. I hope you enjoy it, because I don't.
Groovy. Hello and welcome to season 4 of the Knife Party podcast. They said we couldn't do it. They said that me sitting in that corner over there, reading from a notebook, reviewing movies that people have already done, that, hey, there's a million review shows. Like, what makes you different? Well, staying lasting power is what makes us different. And also you, the Patreons, and also your fantastic laugh, Mr. Antonius Montana is in the house.
Hello.
As we are now going to be a Deucem. He is the Batman to my Robin. Okay.
Deuce called me a deuce?
A Deucem. Like duo? Okay, you could be the Nightwing to my Batman. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, all right. And because this show all started on Kevin Conroy's demise, that was our first episode. I don't think you could find it anymore, except for on our Patreon. Patreon.com/KnifePartyPod is where you go. The show is brought to you by you, our Patreons, for only $5, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids to feed. You can join the party. Now, these episodes are not going to be coming on the free feed every single week like they used to be. They're going to be every other week. However, we're always going to have stuff on the Patreon for you. For instance, Knife Party After Dark, which is a real life chance that I will probably be drunk and rambling, or maybe an after show of us, because my schedule will change, and more on that later.
Yeah, okay.
And also Midnight Ramen, which is our video game show. We just did a fantastic episode on Helldivers, and then we're now on Discord, so that's at Knife Party Pod, and we've been doing the seasons of D4, so you could talk to all of our developments about that, and you can also play with us. I'm going to put all of our gamer tags and stuff in the detail. Something I'm going to be more due diligent about is actually, when I say something, I'm actually going to do it. So yeah, you will see our links and everything else on the bottom. And also, we have another show called Slimeck Radio X on Twitter. Sometimes I'm able to catch up with my cousin on his show Hoodcast, and I like to jump in there when possible. However, he also films on Thursdays. Therefore, I can do it every other week with him.
Okay.
And also, there's a very real life chance that I will get upset or intoxicated and go on X and just invade random spaces and record it. And so, if you want me to hear me harassing people on Twitter in a very fun and cheeky manner, that is where you go. We also have a $20 tier that's called Stop the Bike, where you not only get to demand shows, and we have to stop what we're doing and doing them, and if Mr. Antonius is not available, I will go ahead and cover it in the most concerning Deem way. And Jeff the Tech is going to be stopping in periodically to kind of be my side co-host, my third man, if you will.
Third wheel, if you will.
Okay. I mean, the third wheel's important, except for on a motorcycle. On a trike, it's very important.
It's very important. Very important. Yeah.
And we're doing Batman killing jokes. So, like we said, this is not going to be as formatted as it was. It's going to be more freeform. So here goes the experiment. Anyway, Batman killing joke. I like to start off saying, how did you discover this movie? When did you first watch it, etc.?
I mean, yeah, like it's when did it come out? Like,
it came out 2016.
2016. Interesting. Okay. So I think I saw it the first time like a year or two after that. Because love the comic and everything, and then it was like, I don't watch a lot of long animated movies, but it's Batman and Joker, so yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So when did you actually find out about? God damn it! I wrote notes for this movie and I lost it, but luckily I wrote them down, so I probably should remember most of them. When did you find out about the comic?
Well, I mean, I used to go to comic book shops like regularly. And it was like a little shop. I don't remember. I think maybe it was like Berkeley or something like that.
Berkeley. Was it on Washington Street?
I don't remember if it was like Berkeley or Oakland. But I
Okay.
was out and about, and I had some time to kill before an event I was going to, and I was like, "Oh, there's a comic book shop close by. I'll check
You
it
and your
out."
furry conventions.
And I was just kind of perusing, and it was in like the it wasn't new. It was like the used comic book section. So yeah, the edges are a little bent and stuff like that. But it was like,
But you're going to
"Oh,
read it anyways.
I'm gonna read it anyways," and it was super cheap. It was like $3 or something. I was like, "Yeah, okay, that sounds awesome. Expand the collection, you know."
So I'm kind of the same way with you where, okay, so I saw this on Netflix
Oh, okay.
when it came out. Back in the day, we had this conversation on our Pontypool episode when Netflix like 10 years ago used to be the shit, especially
Yeah.
for like finding underground stuff like that. Did I curse before the 7 minutes? Damn it. We had like 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. All right, well, just maybe they'll let one
miss
S
it.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, please. Oh, by the way, Malcolm McDowell, real quick, I know tangentially speaking, declined our offer to be on the beginning of our show. Now, dig this. I was willing to pay the man $100 plus
Yeah.
a tip on Cameo, and he said that because we are a business, that it would be $1,000.
Oh,
To which I replied, "We are a non-profit organization.
we have made zero money doing this.
We have broke even at best. When we make our merchandise for, you get merchandise with the Stop the Bike every quarter.
Yeah.
We lose money.
Yeah.
We spend the next 2 months recouping that money. So to Mr. Malcolm McDowell, I would like to say,
And I have 2 words. Fuck you.
yeah. What?
That'll teach them.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you make great movies.
Yeah. Thank you for those, by the way.
All I wanted him to say is like I'm glad you're watching the Knife Party because I'm not going to, or something,
Yeah.
something like a burn, like Mrs. Catherine Izzy, she did it and it sounds great, and like
I mean, to be fair, they're different levels.
that was
They're
probably
different
the,
levels.
that was probably the easiest 50. Okay, first off, how dare you compare Catherine Izzy to Malcolm McDowell? Okay, they're
Yeah,
both.
you're right. Don't compare them because he's on a much higher level.
Oh.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say what needs to be said.
Why? Because he's from London town and she's from Canada.
There's that.
Okay. It's not like he's knighted. It's not like it's Sir Elton John or whatever. So anyway.
Oh, can we get him?
Probably to yell at us for free. All we have to do is make sure his piano is not exactly an A440. Anyway, you've heard about him having his meltdowns, right?
Oh, everyone does.
Yeah, he'll just start playing like Candle in the Wind and go, fuck it, and then just walk off. All right, we're going to curse now. Screw it. We're already at the time. If we're going to get pulled,
yeah.
If we're going to get pulled, they pulled us already. So I found this on Netflix, but before, when I was in the band Vana, don't make fun of it, dude. I've already heard enough about it. It actually was a cool band name. It comes from the word Vanishi, which means to hunt.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Anyway, we had this guy named Chris. We called him Richie Chris because he was a adopted trust fund kid.
Oh, wow.
And he was
Way to look out.
He was loaded. Like
Yeah.
he had his own house and he was like 23.
Yeah.
I remember he had 2 matching Abernaths. Like, I'm like, why'd you buy 2? And he's like, in case one needs to get worked on.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I remember one time we all were, it was right when, this is how Richie was. We were all hanging out and we were playing Borderlands 2 because it just dropped.
Yeah, okay.
And he forgot, not his controller, but his power supply.
Okay.
Motherfucker goes to GameStop, buys a new PS2 or PS3 just so he could
Wow.
play. Yeah, he was loaded. I don't know if he returned it or not.
Yeah.
Don't care. Oh, and also, too, he bought a copy and left the other copy there. And I'm like, okay.
I'll take it.
And
Thank you.
He's like, well, in case, I'm back here and I want to play it. And which he never did. Ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was a huge Joker fan and
Okay.
he almost did a better Joker than I did.
Oh.
He and I used to get into it. Some people would say he did a better Joker, but then again, I've been working on mine for a lot longer. So maybe, but he would do the woo, and all that
Yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's the ticket. That's how you do it so well, is the little coos and caws.
Yeah.
So anyway, we would do Joker offs for like on car rides to gigs for hours.
Oh, that's weird.
It was fun. And anyway, but one day he just goes, he's like, you never read Killing Joke? We were just talking, and he's like, dude, it's the best thing that Batman's ever done. Like, it's the best comic book. That's what, he said, the best graphic novel, start to finish. He goes, dude, you got to read it. And oddly enough, the day that he let me borrow the book, we had a power outage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, sweet. There's nothing better than reading a comic book with candlelight, right? And I remember being so freaking compelled by this book, and maybe it was because it was storming and it was like lightning and thunder and the candlelight, but I was like, wow, this book is great. And like, I just could not forget, like a couple of, maybe like a year later, the trailer to this dropped on IGN, which we're going to be watching in a second. And I'm like, I'm in like Flynn, right? Now, I do have my comments about this movie, but I was super stoked, and especially the way that the animation looked dead on like the comic.
Right.
So first impressions, you first see this movie. How'd you walk away from it?
I thought it was good. Like, it was definitely pretty sick. It was very 90s kind of animated style. I did like the fact that there were more like adult things. Like they didn't, you know, baby it down.
No, they did not.
Not at all. Yeah. And so that made me happy. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I walked away like, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this again.
Okay, now how does it hold up? Watching it now, 10 years or almost 10 years later, new set of eyes, being an official critic. On Rotten Tomatoes, what would you give it now?
I'd still probably give it like probably 80, 85.
85.
Like that. Yeah.
Pretty good score. I have my issues with this movie, but at the end, we're going to do what we usually do. This could be a perfect movie.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball on a couple of things. So, did you know that this is the only, not only Batman animated, but Batman movie in general that has got a hard R rating?
Yes.
The only one.
Yeah.
And we're talking Tim Burton's, Val Kilmer's, George Clooney. George Clooney should be rated R for retarded, by the way. That movie's terrible. Have you rewatched that one recently?
No, I purposely will never watch that again.
With Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
And
it's one of the worst things that ever happened to DC.
It's pretty bad. Oh, and by the way,
aside from DC movies,
that beer you just heard open was purchased at Caps and Cork on the borderlands of Vallejo, California, and American Canyon, California, at 52 Rancho Square. Caps and Cork is where we get all our adult beverages needs. Anyway, see, I threw that ad in there. I'll slip. Yeah, pretty good. I can't see this being rated R.
I guess for an animated movie,
okay.
Right, I feel like the standards are probably lower for the higher ratings. You know, they drop some cuss words in there.
Not only that, but the themes.
I mean,
so
there's like actual blood.
Yeah,
you see, you know.
So for those who don't know, we're hinting around some stuff that we're going to cover after we go through our trailer. This is the spoiler-free zone, if you will. After we press the trailer, all bets are off. So we're gonna basically drop all the stuff that if you know, you know, and if you don't know, go watch this movie or not. I mean, you know, it's up to you. Maybe this is what actually will tell you to watch the movie or not. So this movie, I'm going to give it, you said 80, 85, 80?
Yeah.
Okay, this could be the best. It could have been the best Batman movie. I'm talking above Nolan. I'm talking above the Tim Burton one. Tim Burton one's still my favorite. However, I will say the Tim Burton one is almost tied with Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh.
Mask of the Phantasm, I think, is a better movie than this.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, Mask of the Phantasm has that perfect art style that the animated series has. This one does not.
No. It's very close, though.
It's close. But the original version of this came out, and I didn't know this. So I'm probably going to, I'm just going to tell you now, I'm probably going to give it, I'm going to agree with you. I was going to say I want to give it a 90, but not quite. So I'm going to give it an 88.
Okay.
The original version of this was actually very much more so the animated series because this predates the animated series, which I was not aware of. Did you know The Killing Joke came out in 1988?
Oh, wow.
It predates the first Batman movie.
Wow.
Tim Burton actually used this for his script at first.
I thought he'd used Frank Miller.
No, what I'm saying is he used this comic book, in between takes to see, like, you know, like how to shoot, stylize, and kind of.
Okay.
So he used it kind of as a survival guide of, oh shit, I don't know how to do in the scene.
Right.
And then even though he had his own storyboards, he would use the storyboards from this book to actually help influence his movie.
Oh, that's sick.
Like, there's some shots in the comic book that are almost directly from the Batman 89 film, like when he falls in the vat of acid, and like, you know, the way that they get. Remember the part where he goes, mirror, mirror, and then he laughs and does a thing? Well, I mean, in this one we have where he grabs his hair and does it. It's like that was referenced and everything else. And I will say this though, it is really nice to see Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy work together.
Right.
Whenever they're together, I'm like, gold. And I know that Kevin Conroy is no longer with us, and he was typecasted. In fact, his nickname around Warner Brothers Studios was The Bat.
Yeah.
But you got to admit, you could be stuck with a worse character.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I mean, you could be like that kid from the 70s show that everyone goes, oh, yeah, the guy from the 70s show. You know what I mean? It's like, you're never going to live that shit down.
No.
You know, you're in that, what was he in the movie Traffic? And you're like, oh, I don't believe that. He's that guy from the 70s show.
It's like the American Pie guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm a little disgusted. My wife bought the American Pie, all 4 movies in one in like one DVD thing, for like $10 or whatever. She watched them all, and I'm like, do you know I've never watched an American Pie movie from start to finish ever?
What?
Never. And you know what's funny is the only people I know that like American Pie movies are girls in their 30s and 40s. Not even the dudes. Dude, like Jonathan Fallon's wife, I watched her while we were hanging out, barbecuing, doing man shit.
Yeah.
You know, doing wrestling moves in a pool. She watched like 3 in a row.
You guys were in the pool for a really long time.
Hey, man.
You're a very close family, and I respect it.
Oh, come on. We're not like a Chaz. All right, Jesus. Okay, anyway. But yeah, she watched all of them. But and everyone I know that likes those movies are females, which is weird. Like, I've never met a dude's like, oh yeah, I like those movies.
It was funny when you were young or when you were a kid, but like rewatching it now,
it's hard.
It's cringe.
It is cringe.
Yeah.
I tried rewatching it, and I'm like, this could not get made today.
No.
And also, even though it's funny because, like, even though they're treating the girls like trash, they treat the guys like idiot trash.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's Turnabout is fair play in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
I don't know. I feel like it could get made today. Like if Seth Rogen wanted to make it, like, he would definitely be putting his thing in the pie.
Yeah.
He would be that guy.
I mean, like, even Superbad is kind of like pushing the label a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but then we got things like Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, there's a difference between sexual assault with people that are drinking and underage and a dude doing blackface and actually pulling it off. That's just me just saying that. And Robert Downey Jr. pulls it off. It was anyone else.
Oh, that movie would have been terrible.
But Robert Downey Jr. And the funny thing is how Ben Stiller's his politics, right? Yeah. And he stands to this day saying, I stand by that movie. It's a funny movie. If it made you laugh, then you can't be offended. Yeah. So, he's got common sense, but he said he'd make it today if it was possible, but it wouldn't be possible. But
no, they would make it and it would just get shelved.
It would.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's got enough pull that he would actually make it not be shelved, but you're right. It probably, you'll never see it on television.
Right.
And I don't even think Tropic Thunder's on a lot of streaming services.
It hops up on Netflix from time to time. Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee it's going to be edited.
I have no idea because I own it, so I just watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the DVD with the awesome previews in the beginning. Anyway, back to this though. So the original version of this too, the original comic book rather, the graphic novel was lit a lot differently. I've seen stills side by side of the current one that you and I have read, and the original one, and the original one's very much more red and orange, and they changed all of it to be this blue purple color because they said it wasn't menacing or it was too weird, and it threw people, which is odd. But the funny thing about it is Batman the Animated Series was based off this book where if you actually watch Batman the Animated Series, all the skyline and stuff is always orange and red.
Right.
You know? So even though it got changed in the comic book and changed in this movie, the original style lives forever in Batman the Animated Series, which is cool.
That's very cool.
So I think that's what I was saying, if they would have kept the original design of the book into this movie, it would have been better.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into some spoilers. So I'm going to go ahead and if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it now. Where to watch it? Let's see. You could watch it right now. We're on Tomatoes. Let's see. Where to watch? It's at Fandango and Max. So that means you're probably going to have to buy it.
Yep.
It's not like a very... This is one of those forgotten cult movies where people, you and I who grew up on the Batman series, just go out and buy it. You will watch it more than once.
Yeah.
It is worth it. We're giving it an 88. However, they did not give it an 88. Let's see. They gave it, a tomato meter got 35. Popcorn meter gave it a 50. A coin toss. I can't believe that shit. So
that's terrible.
That is terrible. So here's what you know how they take AI and they put all the critics together?
Yeah.
So it says, this is a stunted retelling of the Joker's origin and adds little to the iconic source material, further diminished by some questionable story additions that will have the fans demanding justice for Barbara Gordon. I agree with this, kind of. But we'll get into that. But I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
That they did edit the shit out of this book.
Yeah.
But and if you're gonna get an R rating, go balls out.
Yeah, just own the R rating.
Know it's gonna be an R and do it. So anyway, all right, we're gonna play the trailer and we're gonna get at it. By the way, we are missing Kevin Conroy today, as this is going to air on his death day. So do yourself a favor and get this movie, or even better, Mask of the Phantasm, or even Sub-Zero. That's a great movie, too. There's so many good Kevin Conroy Batman movies out there. Red Hood is another one.
Yeah.
But if you want to hear the iconic cast of the Joker and everything else, I'd say this or Mask of Phantasm is wonderful, too. Oh, and also, too, my Blu-ray of this actually came... Oh, this is actually interesting before I move on. It actually came with a couple of animated series episodes that are tied to this movie.
Oh, really?
Get this. One of them is with Nightwing.
Okay.
And Nightwing is, he comes down and assists new Robin, Tim Drake.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's having trouble taking down a baddie. And then Nightwing's like, well, where's Batman? And he's like, I'm trying to do it on my own. And he's like, just like you, you know. And he's like, oh, you don't know what happened between us. And then it goes on a story where Nightwing and him are sitting on the pier, and he's like, so why didn't you, Batman, break up? Like, why did you break up the team? Dig. So, and I don't know if this is canon, but it at least was in the animated series. Nightwing was dating Barbara when he was in college.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson was.
Right.
Okay. Batman got in between them.
Right.
Because he needed him like as Robin.
Yeah.
And Dick was kind of like, I want to have a personal life, this and that, and you're fucking it up.
Right.
And then like, you know, later on, this is within the story, right? You know, Batgirl appears, and this is like one of her first appearances, kind of. And Batman kind of like, you know, catches up with her and everything else, and they kind of get into it. Anyway, finally, Barbara Gordon comes over to Bruce Wayne's house, and she's like demanding know where Dick is, this and that. Like, why are you working him so hard? Like, why are you working at long hours a night? And then he basically exposes the secret that he is Batman and he is Robin. And he goes, oh, and by the way, don't try to say shit because I know you're Batgirl.
Yeah.
Later on, we find out that Barbara might have a thing for Bruce, which actually ruins the relationship with Dick. So that's why Dick leaves. It's all over. So that episode was kind of cool because I was like, oh, I'm going to check the special features.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this adds up a lot. Like this actually makes the story better because when I first watched this movie, before we get into it, I was really shocked at first reading the comic book, I was really shocked. I'm like, is this a fan fiction?
Right.
But no, it turns out there is history.
A thing, yeah.
So, cool. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, and we're going to go on.
Sweet Caroline?
We do not have to Sweet Caroline, I don't believe, but it does say Google Play, doesn't it? Damn it, those bastards. They get us every time. Okay, here we go. No! Okay. Whew. Rated R for some bloody images and disturbing content.
I want to talk. I've been thinking about you and me. About how this is going to end. About who will end up killing who. Perhaps you'll kill me. Perhaps I'll kill you. You know that, don't you?
Tell me what I'm doing here. You're going mad. Where is he?
Why aren't you laughing?
All it takes is one bad day.
All right, so there we go. There is our trailer, and now spoilers are out the fucking window. We're just going to talk about this movie. Rape. It's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
This movie, one of the things about it is when I was watching it, I'm like, how are they going to portray the scene?
Yeah.
Because the whole gravity of this movie is how far is this cartoon willing to go?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not really what disappointed me. I thought they handled it tactfully and tastefully.
Very much so, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, this is the birth of not only the Joker's backstory, but Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Oracle is actually obviously Barbara, and she's paralyzed. If you guys ever play the Arkham games,
yeah,
and you wonder why, what is she doing there? Wasn't she Batgirl? Yeah, until this happens.
Yeah.
So she is shot in the T4, T5 area of the spine.
I don't know what number. She's shot in the spine and she can't walk.
And then basically Joker has his way with her.
Yeah. Which when I first read it threw me off because there was literally, to my knowledge, never that was a part of his character. Right? It wasn't like he did it regularly.
No.
This was a new thing they invented for Joker. Yeah. And it definitely caught me off guard. It was like, oh, no, that's really nasty.
Well, notice how he also dresses as a tourist when he does it.
Yeah.
He never dresses that way.
No.
There's a lot of things that are off character for Joker.
Right.
However, I mean, also the way this movie is almost in a way two movies in one too, because the first movie actually just looks, or the first part of the movie, Act 1,
it's just like an episode of the animated series. Yeah,
where they're after this mob boss,
right,
who turns out to be a sadistic guy, and is into Batgirl a little bit too much.
Right.
Robin's not to be seen in this, by the way.
Yeah, at all. He's on vacation.
He's in college, on vacation, whatever. So and they're after this mob boss, and this guy has a thing for Batgirl. Like he actually almost like he wants to get caught by Batgirl.
Oh, he wants a lot more than that.
Yes, he does.
Which I get. It's setting up the rest of the movie.
Mm-hmm. So she takes it too far at a certain point. And she basically, after he's kind of detained and ready to be, turned over to Commissioner Gordon, she kind of like, gets a few extra shots in before the ref comes, if you will.
Yeah.
And then this is where Batman and Batgirl, they have their like come to Jesus meeting, and she's not about it. And then so she gets in with him, and then it turns into rough sex, if you will. This threw me so much my first time reading it, and even seeing it, I totally forgot about this part.
Yeah, I did as well.
And were you like, wait a minute, is she gonna?
I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
And also, she kind of takes advantage. No, she does take advantage of him.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she's the one pinning him down.
Yeah.
Now, when you're being pinned down by a hot redhead and latex and leather, you're not really going to say no. However, if roles were flipped,
he could judo flip her.
If roles reversed, we would be having an issue about. So anyway, now Batman is not romantically involved. He's actually giving her the stay away, deal, right?
We crossed the line.
We've crossed the line.
Should not have crossed.
And she's calling him. She's like, it was just sex, this and that. Like, let me, da-da-da. And now, so my thing to you is, do you think he's scared of her to either A, because he's scared, like everyone he gets close to dies. Also, she's fighting crime with him, so the chances of that are likely happening. Or do you think he's discussed that himself? Because
I think it's more he's discussed it himself.
You think so?
Because he's put himself on this pillar.
Yeah.
And he just hopped off it for a second to let somebody else hop on.
So the whole especially I do love Kevin Conroy's acting in this. Like his voice acting is so good because his voice actually changes when he's on the phone with her and stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and I've heard this said before, Bruce Wayne is the character and Batman is the real person.
Right.
By having sex with her, that's your role playing as Bruce Wayne, not you being Batman.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it.
Right. And that makes total sense on it. Yeah.
So, anyway, but we all do know that he catches the feels if he did not originally have some before.
Right.
So now he's really distanced here from this mob case. Now, they do catch him and everything else and enter around this time, and I forgot exactly why he visits Joker in Arkham. Does he just do it on a whim, or is he trying to look to he needs evidence on this guy? I forgot why he goes down to the asylum, though.
Yeah, he goes down, because, I mean, he's having this weird existential
crisis, kind of,
right? Where, with Barbara leaving and everything else going on, he kind of figures, like at some point, one of us is going to kill each other because Barbara makes comments that, like, you can't do this job, what you're doing, without someday killing somebody. I know that's like your code, but you're going to
break it because you just had sex with me. You broke that code.
You broke that code, and now you're going to break another one. And he knows, like, if he's going to kill anybody, it's going to be the Joker first. So he goes down to try and make peace with himself. And
by the way, the animation on this scene is probably my favorite.
Oh, it's really good.
Where you see the Joker in the shadows playing solitaire.
Yeah.
The way I'm going to give the movie credit where its credit's due. The way they actually take cell by cell of, not cell like jail cell, but cell like on a comic book page.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How frame by frame, you could actually take the comic book frame and put it next to the TV, and they are they are so close.
That's amazing.
They did a great job recreating some of the scenes in this. Not all, some. We'll get to that. So, turns out it's a ruse.
Right.
Joker's escaped, like, coincidentally, 3 days or something, like within 72 hours of them meeting. So Batman's about to beat this guy in a living submission. Luckily, he kind of tells him what's up. Smash cut to Joker is already got a plot. He's already got a plan. And the first things first is he's actually buying an amusement park.
Yeah.
And he's already got his freak show back.
Mile, yeah.
Yeah. And we've seen this.
Which, sorry to cut you off, but like when he was walking through and talking to the guy about buying and everything, I totally like daydreamed for a second. And I was like, why have we never seen that in like a live action? Like there's never been Amusement Mile. It's been in so many stories of Batman and Joker.
It's even in Arkham City, too.
Right. But we've literally never seen it in a live action. I was like, that would be amazing. Like the Arkham style.
Yeah.
But live action.
I actually think that...
That would be so cool to see.
I actually think that if someone were to... Whoever's going to do the next Batman movies...
Yeah.
By the way, the guy from Twilight ain't cutting it. It's just not.
He's a little bit too emo.
Not only that, but those movies were 3 hours long and like lost my interest. Like I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the Batman movie. I thought it was really well done. It was too
fucking long.
It was too long. But I think they did like everything outside of him being Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
was really really well done.
I still should have said they.
But that style,
yeah,
like that dark, gritty, gothic style.
I did like the colors
with the Amusement Mile and a different Joker, because the Joker at the end of that movie is trash.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But like a real Joker and fighting in the Amusement Mile.
Lie, I didn't even make it that far.
Okay, so it's just a little snippet, like after the credits at the end. You don't actually see him, but I can already tell you that character's trash.
So what I will say is that if someone wants to take the story, which actually was a comic book of like say the original Arkham City, where he recreates the Amusement Mile, remember that? That was awesome. Or even Arkham. Sorry, I meant Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to do Arkham City, like they should really. I'm with you on a big screen with a nice It's a Batman movie. They're not going to. There's going to be money behind it.
Yeah.
If you have money behind a haunted, spooky, like Amusement Mile themed.
Yeah, it's like run down. Like a lot of the lights are burnt out, but you still got the fair, like all that kind of stuff. Creepy balloons and people working there.
That
wearing
Chicago aesthetic.
Yeah, the Chicago aesthetic. You know, like there's so much you can do with it. That would be an amazing, like the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes of a movie.
Not only that, you would save so much on crap dialogue because you would use images to tell a story.
Right.
Like if you were to do a Stanley Kubrick-esque version of a Amusement Mile, you probably wouldn't even necessarily need a Batman for that movie. You could have I'm not saying that I know the Joker 2 sucked with the Gaga.
Yeah.
But the original one was great.
Yes.
Had they would have just done the Amusement Mile one afterward,
that would have been
with
insane.
Joaquin Phoenix in that same kind of art direction.
Right.
Because they were doing something so good in the first one.
Yeah.
But they ruined the second one. Like I couldn't make it. Did you even try to watch it?
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
Dude, and they explain it too, like, oh well, it's a musical because it's all in his head, blah blah blah. It's like, then you can cut away from the music and show him going insane, and that would be better, wouldn't it?
Like when has he ever been shown having a musical going on in his head?
Oh, a musical happens in this.
Like, yeah.
In this movie, a musical does break out, and that is a part
but that's like with Gordon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's the part about the time of this movie where it falls off for me. So I think that Act 1, great. Act 2, great. In fact, Act 2 is so shocking because we see Barbara get treated sexually by two different people in two different very ways, and like she's always been Gordon's little girl.
Right.
No longer. Act 3 is where Gordon is not only kidnapped and brought to Amusement Mile, and then he blows up all these pictures of him violating her, and all this stuff's great. Now, this is all in the comic book.
Yeah.
Until, I swear to you, I think when they were making this movie, they were saying, you know what? We're going to get an R rating. Let's throw in a musical and tame it down. Because immediately after this part, this becomes a animated series episode and one of the early ones, because they do not.
They don't swear anymore. You don't really see any blood anymore.
Yep. And remember in the book, dude, when he's knocking Joker's teeth out.
Oh, yeah. You see, like, the blood splurt and shit. Yeah.
Like, there's one scene where I swear he punches Joker straight in the face, and Joker, like, smiles, and teeth are, like, dripping out of his mouth. Not in this.
No.
Their fight scene in this is comical, to say the least.
Yeah.
It is like, they really dropped the ball.
I feel like they got nervous about the R rating.
That's what I think,
and
too.
they pulled everything back. It was probably supposed to be way more.
But they got the R rating anyway.
They did get the R rating anyway. Yeah. And maybe they thought they could skate by with what they had for like a PG-13. So they had to tone it back. Otherwise, they thought they were going to get a hard R.
Yeah.
And then they still got it.
They couldn't,
and then they didn't backtrack.
It was a direct to release anyway. I know that they were probably shooting for a limited release.
Yeah.
It was direct to DVD and Blu-ray anyway. Here's my thing about this. You took one of my favorite graphic novels and you made it so, and I'm not going to say PC because of the sex stuff. I'm going to say you were covering your ass to be politically correct, to not get pulled. And like from a PG-13 audience. I know that's what they were doing. Now, I understand that if you have sexual assault in a cartoon, kids
are automatically
got to get R because kids watch cartoons.
Yeah.
So they're, so it's in the hentai like realm. Even though it's all, you don't see anything happen.
Yeah.
You see her blouse getting undone, and you know what's going to happen as a grown adult. And also when there's not even a sex scene between Barbara and her. They just allude to it, and they kiss, and then the next morning, and then they pan up, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
So that's why it was so easy to forget about in the comic book, because in the comic book you're like, wait a minute, did I just, So I think that they should have grew a pair of balls and said, fuck it, we're going to do the comic book frame by frame, and they didn't. And that's why, with that critic, I agree. I think that giving a 35 is way too low, and I think giving a 50 is way too low. But let's put it this way. I would show this to a 9-year-old nephew or whatever and not think anything bad of it. Because a lot of this shit is going to go over their heads.
Yeah.
Right? Why did they take away the ending? Like, Barbara deserved fucking vengeance.
Yeah.
And when Batman beats the shit out of Joker, and Joker likes it. He's like, he's doing the Bray, and Bray Wyatt even based his character off this, like during his John Cena match, where he's like, do it, John, do it. Kill me. I'm here. Kill me. That's what he does in the comic book.
Yeah.
He's like, do it. You wanted it to end. Let's do it. Let's end it right here. And then they start laughing together.
Yeah.
And credits. They were so close.
The joke at the end, like in Batman's laugh, I was like, and I'm good.
But this had fucking potential.
Yeah.
And I hate to start off our review, especially, around my favorite Batman, and he passed away way too early. I think I don't know how old he was, but I don't think he was in his 60s. If he was very early 60s. But I hate to start off on a bad note, and it's not to say any credit of the voice acting or the artist. I'm saying I think that DC pussied out at the last minute, and they said, hey,
DC messed it up for sure.
We cannot, and they got the R anyway. So it's like, because if you look, it says
they had to know. I guess not, but they should have known that if you're doing the Killing Joke,
you got to do it full throttle.
It's going to be an R rating,
and you got to do it full throttle.
It is what it's like. The whole incident with Deadpool.
Yeah,
they tried to just say it had to be PG-13. I was like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah,
you want to do this story, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's automatically R.
Yeah.
We're just shooting for not like NC-17 at this point.
I'm going to use this as a simile, and you're gonna totally agree. Can you imagine a PG-13 version of The Crow?
That would not work out. Yeah.
I think that the new Crow, they actually were aiming at a PG-13
I'm
audience.
sure they were. That's like the golden ticket for making the most money. And that's art is different than capitalism.
But here's the thing, and I think you'll agree with me in this, and I hope a lot of movie execs, I know none of you listen, y'all should, but It's not just what you made on your opening weekend, okay?
Yeah.
It's not. I know that's what your boss cares about, but do you think Lost Boys made all of its fucking money day one? No. Guess how much they make in like DVD sales and soundtrack sales and everything else?
Yeah.
That movie took a while to get off the... Sometimes you have to make something that is going to be loved a year later. And I know that hurts your bottom line, but it really doesn't, because residuals keep coming in the mail.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kiefer Sutherland does not get a Lost Boys check every month? I guarantee
it's probably
he does.
like $30 at this point, but still.
Don't give a shit. People are still buying that movie.
Yeah.
People are still renting that movie. That movie has a resurgence. We were just watching something on line right before this about Typo Negative might get a reunion. Why? Because they get more downloads on Spotify now than they ever did when people were buying their CDs. People, if you watch a movie on Netflix, believe it or not, those actors get a dime.
Yeah.
They really do. The Office didn't make shit at all until it hit Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah.
It didn't make anything. Those guys have FU money now. Dwight Schrute never has to walk outside his door if he doesn't want to. Because so many people were streaming this. And when you have a pandemic like we had, you know how much money actors were getting paid to sit at home and do absolutely garbage nothing? Oh, man. So, like, what I'm saying is this, is that DC I guarantee it was DC where, like...
Yeah, of course it was DC.
They wanted another release, another theatrical release, which always failed because they always did stupid shit. For instance, Mask of the Phantasm, probably my favorite Batman movie out of all of them. I know, except for 89. I love 89, don't get me wrong. And I like the Nolan ones, but just Mask of the Phantasm is a perfect movie. It's a perfect PG movie. I think it might be PG-13. And that there's things of that movie that are darker than this movie.
Yeah.
Like we see murder and shit happen in that movie.
Yeah.
This movie we don't. We don't actually see anyone die.
Right.
We see Barbara having, but we don't even see it. It's alleged that Barbara has sex and Barbara is raped, and also she's done so while she's being shot in the back. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then we see Joker showing Commissioner Gordon the pictures of it. Dark stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if you're already going to go there, don't go into second gear and take us to a Batman animated fun time. No,
right.
Stay on that lane, man. And that's why I'm like, if I could, this could have been 100 in my book.
Yeah.
This could have, maybe not RoboCop, but definitely, if they would have just done it and stuck with and committed to, hey, just like you said, we're doing Deadpool. We're going R.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's the only way to do it.
But you're going to see his teeth fall out. You're gonna. Batman's gonna, because also too, Batman barely gets damaged in the comic book. Batman gets fucked up.
Oh, yeah, it's messed up.
Doesn't
in the
he?
comic.
Like at some point, like his arm breaks. Somebody has to like use his thing as a sling.
Yeah.
I remember he loses the cape because he had to use it to like bandage.
Right.
I remember that being like the last panels of that book being like, whoa.
Yeah.
And this is 1998. Now, I know we're in a different political sphere of what we can and can't show, what is can and can't, but it really upsets me that you can't show a revenge graphic violence last scene rather than a stupid forgiveness between what seems like two drinking buddies at the end.
Yeah.
So that's my grievance. What do you think?
No, I 100% agree. Like, it did not end well. Like, most of the movie, fantastic. But the ending is just absolutely terrible.
Were you like me when it ended? You're like, wait a minute, that's it?
Yeah.
I was like,
I feel like that's why it's not like this was the first time seeing it, and I think like 6 years.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And it was like most of the movie, and I was like, man, why have I not watched this more often? And then I got to the ending, and I was like,
oh, that's
I
why.
Remember. Yeah.
Yeah. I was exactly the same way. I'm like,
I get like an hour and a half. And it's all good. And the last 2 minutes, I'm like, I don't need to see this for a while.
I swear to you, I was about 45 minutes in, and I forgot this was a comic book. It was that compelling, and I was deep into it. And I was like, man, I wonder why I don't watch this more often.
Yeah.
Sure enough, just like what you said, it's like, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. When they were at the mile, I'm like, oh, I think I remember why. Because I remember the lack of blood and the bang, boom, pow kind of fighting style, and I'm like, oh, I think I remember why. And then when he does punch him, and it looks like really for real, they save They don't save any. It's like they ran out of blood budget. For even though there is no blood budget. It's just the color red. It's like they ran out of the color red an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
And it's just. This had potential. All they had to do
was finish strong.
It's
all they had to do.
All they had to do is follow the script that you
just
guys
like
already
5
did.
more minutes of animation, and it would have been so much better.
Yeah, and have where Batman punched him and would say something, punch him and say, "This is for Barbara. This is for Gordon."
And actually show his face being messed up and bloody and like it's supposed to be an adult movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a
not
graphic
a comic
novel.
Yeah, it's
graphic
a comic.
It's in the title.
Yeah,
graphic
novel, not a comic book. So
anyway, I'm just gonna look real quick and see if we could actually pull up the last panels of the book.
Oh, okay.
So we both agree that we both really love this. Let's see. But however, we love the comic book or graphic novel rather, not the movie. I want to love this movie. I do, but they edit it so much that
and it's disappointing. And it's weird too, because so you're showing the whole thing where they strip down Gordon, put him on a leash, and then try and make him go insane, but you can't show some blood at the end there. Like that doesn't seem to make any sense to me.
And also it discredits Barbara. It's like, I guess she didn't really matter that much because there is no like really. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm looking at the last scenes right now, but I do remember it being like so like look at that. That is like such a dark scene right there. Like there's so much things about this comic book that just make it like that is disturbing.
Yes.
We sing Joker with the hat and he's got Batgirl, but he puts a smile on her face while he's holding a gun, like what's aiming at her genitals. That is scary. This is so tame and PG and sugar and candy coated. Okay.
I feel like they need to remake this movie and
I think so too.
And do it the right way.
I think they really should. I did want to ask you about this because I know we're shitting on it a lot, even though look, if it wasn't for the graphic novel, this would have been a great movie. However, getting to read the original and coming back to this, you're like, what? You tamed this down so much. They should have went full-blown Watchmen, full-blown Crow, full-blown, like you said, like a Deadpool. I did like the fact, though, that this is the only Batman movie. See, now I'm going to give it some praise. Where instead of seeing the Batman story once again, we have to see his parents die, blah, blah, blah. At least they flip the script and we actually see the Joker's. Yeah. Or what we think is the Joker, because he's had so many origin stories.
He has, but technically, the Acme Chemicals, or Ace Chemicals.
Yeah.
That is the OG story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's the Red Hood and pretends to be the Red Hood, which is funny because the Red Hood comes back later in the Batman saga.
Right. Well, yeah, the Red Hood's like back and forth. Yeah.
Because I think Dick Grayson, no, not Dick Grayson. Was it Dick Grayson?
Yeah.
Or is it Tim Drake becomes Red Hood later?
No, it was because Dick Grayson gets killed, so it was Tim Drake.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Tim Drake becomes Red Hood later, instead of Nightwing, and then he's up. See, there's a movie I'd rather watch. Batman Red Hood is so good. Have you ever seen Batman Red Hood?
I haven't watched that one.
I'll let you borrow it. Yeah. I'll let you borrow it. You got to see it. It's so good. I got like a Batman. Have you ever seen Year Zero or Year One Batman?
No.
So good. And by the way, the cool thing is it doesn't take place in Batman's, like, you don't really hear him voice or anything. Kevin Conroy, unfortunately, is not it. It's all about Commissioner Gordon trying to track down Batman.
Yeah, very cool.
It's very good, and the art style is great, and the voice actor is Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle. Breaking Bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I'm gonna have to let you borrow that to cleanse the palate. So I'm not saying that we're going to do a bunch of Batman movies in a row, but what I am going to tell you is I'll tell you what. next time you come over, before we do Fred vs. Jay, that's going to be our next episode. We're going to do an after dark of Batman movies you should watch instead of this. Cool. All right. So I got some videotapes to return to you so you could watch them. Anything else on this before we get out of here?
Like, I know everything we said. At the end of the day, it is worth a watch.
It is worth a watch.
It is worth a watch. Check it out. Rent it, find it free, whatever.
So much potential. But yeah,
it's worth a watch.
We're still giving it a high 80s.
Yeah, we're still giving it a high 80s. Check it out. Email us, hit us up, Discord, hit us up on the Patreon. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, Knife Party Pod is at Discord. I believe it might be Knife Party, but I'm pretty sure it's Knife Party Pod. We are at knifepartypod@yahoo.com. You can email us there. We read every and all email. I respond to each one personally. Day of, too, usually. And remember our patreon.com/knifepartypod. And if you can't afford anything and you don't know how to send an email and you don't play video games, that's fine. How about this? Like, tell a friend. And by the way, even if you're broke, our Patreon, we have a $5 thing, and I think it's for a month.
Yeah.
Binge listen, download every episode you want, listen to it all, okay? And then just tell a friend. And then I don't care if I see you sending your, just download it, bring traffic to the site. Because if you don't, someone else will. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Season 4 is alive and well. I cannot wait to cover some Catherine Isabel next week. Because we're going to talk about one of my favorite movies that a lot of people hate. But how could you hate Freddy vs. Jason? It is such a great movie. It is kind of a comic book movie.
It is.
It's my favorite John Woo movie. It's not my favorite Catherine Isabel movie because she passes away in it, but I'm giving away spoilers. We're going to be covering that in a couple weeks from now, so I think it's going to be, as it airs, November teenish. So Freddy vs. Jason coming at you. And then after that, I'm actually going to follow us on Twitter as well. Sorry, I'm throwing out plugs. At Father Heel, I'm actually going to pick out the movies that Antonius and I did in fact pick, and I'm going to throw in a wild card in there. And you could vote on it. And if none of y'all vote, or if only a couple of people vote, I'm not going to count it. But if we actually get a little poll going on, we'll see what we're covering next. So I think I'm going to put body horror. So The Thing, The Fly, and American Mary.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, because, all body horror. Yeah. Good times. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening again. And could have been better, but, it wasn't bad. Batman Killing Joke, episode 401 of the Knife Party podcast, signing off.